bosses only spawn when the season starts, but from the PTR, it seems that Rishanor, the new world boss in 11.2, is available for you to kill during week 1 or week 0, depending on how you see it. Now, just from the loot table, it drops champion level track at 688. But more importantly, it's a bind to warband until equipped, which means if you have an army of alts, you want to send all your characters to do Rishanor, because you can get free 688 champion gear. Now, why is this important? Champion level gear at 688 can be upgraded all the way to 704. So this will give you a good jumpstart going into the early weeks of the season. Shout out Fisher for this great table, by the way. Now, another reason why doing the world boss is worthwhile is because you get to work towards unlocking one of your Great Vault slots. Because a world boss counts towards the world activities for your Great Vaults as a world's kind of role. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Alright, the third thing. So once you're done with unlocking the Reishi reps to 701, once you killed the world boss, you can now look at your zone map for Koresh. There will be dailies and weeklies that is useful to you for 2 reasons. Firstly, some of these quests will give you the entry level crest, some valor stones, and some would even give you ethereal strands that is required to upgrade your cloak. Now, I'm advising you, don't lose sleep over doing every single world quest, because the marginal gain you get from power from doing all these things, when the season officially starts, you'll quickly override those gear. But if you just want to eke out every single bit of advantage, or if you have nothing better to do, you're very hyped about the patch and you just want to do something, the world quest. Now, if you are going down this path of min-maxing everything before you even do any world quest, it is actually worth checking your auction house to see if anyone has unlocked the ability to craft the Koresh Trust contract. This contract basically allows you to gain additional reputation with the Koresh Trust, which is the brand new faction that is coming in 11.2. So if you started later in the week, call it on the weekend before reset, this contract might be unlocked already, and if it's unlocked, you will be able to accelerate your reputational gain for the Koresh Trust. And for people who like power, there's a reason to grind this renown actually, because all the way at the end, it gives you a ethereal augmentation rune, meaning you can use this rune to buff yourself in raid, mythic plus, increase your primary stat by 733 for 1 hour. But you need to get to renown 18, which is very high on the track. But the earlier you start, the better. So if you care about power, if you care about min-maxing and passing, I think everyone will be working towards this. And since you're speaking about World Quest, there's a weekly that you should also pay attention to. It's called Ecological Succession. You won't miss it. It's actually you get to run this Eco Dome, and you're supposed to fill the Eco Dome with animals from all over Azeroth. The starter quest is near the Tazavesh Inn. It's called the Oasis. This is the starting quest. Again, if you go around the entire zone, you won't miss it. The whole idea is that there's a weekly quest here that upon completion gives you a pinnacle cache. This cache contains veteran track gear. If you look at veteran track, that can go all the way up to 691. So most of us finishing season 2, if you play diligently, you are at 684. So there's a bit of power to be gained, but there's a lot of power to be gained if you are a returning player for World of Warcraft. That's for the zone and world quest. Then number 4, this is something that a lot of people are not talking about, but early crafted gear is actually really strong. Early crafted gear, blue quality crafted gear, can actually go all the way to 675 without using any sparks, by just simply using enchanted weathered ethereal crest. Now, just to put it into context, weathered crest is the cheapest form of crest. Like, these are dropping everywhere. You can spam heroic dungeons, as you can see over here, and it drops weathered crest. Weathered crest can also be obtained from the world quest that I talked about earlier in step 3. In short, you would have no shortage of weathered crest at all. And regardless of your armor type, you can very quickly just craft 675 eye level gear without the need of using any sparks. So this is very fast catch-up gear, especially for your alts, or especially if you're a returning player. Or if you so happen to have a really terrible slot that you're still running a blue or a green, this instantly helps you fill the gap to 675. I think the goal at the start of the brand new season, meaning on the 12th or 13th of August, when the raid opens, when Mythic Plus opens, you want to aim to be around 681. That is how I would think about it. And I'm saying 681 because I think it's attainable for brand new players to World of Warcraft. If you're a seasoned veteran from Season 2, naturally you'll be 684 and you can just stroll into the season. But if you're playing catch-up, I think 681 is a very realistic goal. Oh, one more tech. This crest, Ethereal Crest, is also available via delves. If you look at delves, from tier 1 to 5, they all drop Weathered Crest. So again, you can spam craft 675 good here. Now once you're done with the 4 steps, this is the final step for the week. M0s. There's a reason why I left it to the last. Firstly, after going through the 4 steps, your character is as strong as it can get. This is the best time to be attempting M0s because your group's theoretical output is the highest. If you can find friends who've already went through the 4 steps. If you're a new player, M0 might be a bit challenging, but for the majority of the player base, you shouldn't have a problem. I recommend you armor stack for M0s. So for example, I'm a leather wearer. I want to find 4 other leather wearers. And so let's say in the first dungeon, I loot a 681 leather piece, which is on a champion track. I equip it. In another dungeon, let's say I loot another 681 leather piece. I can trade it to someone in my party. That way you min-max your gear drops. Now let's talk about why M0s is important. Because it gives a valuable champion track gear, which in week 1 is really, really strong. Because 681 gear, as you can see on champion track 1, can go all the way to 704. And you can basically spam the lower tier crest, the weathered and the carved, to get to at least 691. And personally, I would liberally use my carved crest and my weather crest. So all your champion gear can at least get to 691. For Rune and Gilded, I'll be more calculated, but just know that these champion tracks are very useful for the launch of the season. And that is why you leave M0 to the last, you try and min-max your output, find a group of friends who are the same armor type ideally, so you can trade with one another. The important thing to note is this: Tazavesh will not be available on M0. It will be available only when the season starts, because the M0 version of Tazavesh is kind of like the hard mode. So bottom line, there will be only 6 M0 dungeons on the weekly lockout: Arakara, Dawnbreaker, Pyori, Floodgate, Ecodome Aldani, and Halls of Atonement. However, you should make it a point to do 8 M0s, because your vault, to unlock all your maximum dungeon roll 3 slots, requires completion of 8 dungeons. So you can do 6 M0s, that gives you loot. Then you repeat any of the dungeons for the 7th or the 8th time, and they will give you that additional slot on the 3rd slot over here. And by the way, there's a benefit to doing M0s. You will also get 15 carved crests, which is the 2nd tier of crests. This is very useful for upgrading your veteran tracks to 8 or your champion track from 1 to 4. So it's a valuable source of currency. The next thing to talk about is delves. Now, the full kind of features of delves, like bountiful delves, restock coffer keys, based on the PTR, they wouldn't be available until the season officially starts on the 12th or the 13th of August. However, when it comes to delves, there's 2 things that you need to make sure you do. Firstly, your belt. From the empowered delve stuff from patch 11.1 should already be at 701. Now, in case you're a returning player, you didn't play 11.1.7, this is when they introduced delve overcharge concepts and the disc belt guide, which is basically the overcharge belt. This is the one that you see here. It's upgradable all the way to 701. It's super simple. You just go into level 1 delves, do a bunch of quests. You will be able to then get this base 684 belt that you can then upgrade all the way to 701, which is very useful for the start of the season. Now, if you have no idea where to start this quest, it's located in Dawn Ogal. Look for this dude, Dagran Thorison. It'll give you this quest called Titanic Rumblings. So this is a must-do if you're a new or returning player who missed out on patch 11.1.7. Now, the second thing to know about delves is that even though bountiful delves, all these coffer key stuff, they don't come until the start of the season, if you have time, you can go work on the lower tier delves and just slowly work your way up these delves. The idea is that you want to unlock the higher difficulty of delves so that you are prepared for next week. Because on the next week, you want to be doing Delver's Bountiful Delves already. And again, Bountiful Delves wouldn't start until the season starts. So the whole idea in the first week is just to unlock the higher tier of delves by just progressing them. Now, one last thing, a final reminder. I know you're super excited about 11.2. Before you get carried away and you go to Karash, remember to pick up all the weekly and dailies in Donogal near the Flight Master. Like for example, all these weeklies, they give valuable currency, and these are all very useful to just raise your power level. Some of them even give renown or reputation with Karash, and that's really it. Anything beyond that, you don't have to care until the next week rolls around. And when the next week rolls around, I'll guide you with another video. Hopefully I have time to make it. It'll be a very busy week for me. If you enjoyed this video, don't thank me, thank all our Patreon subscribers and YouTube members that you see on screen. These are the MVPs that keep this channel alive. As a special thank you, you get access to the one-button future updates of everything Quasi UI.
Oh, ho trovato, sì.
I keep getting asked when...
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jack. Back in to bring you our official 11.2 Season 3 Mythic Plus tier list for healers. It's going to go over the top healers in the most competitive groups, what I think is going to be the most powerful, and also keeping in mind some of the potential comps we might be seeing, like tanks and DPS, what's going to sort of synergize with all of those things. So if you like these tier lists, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out our description because we have some brand new healer apparel as well. Starting off, we've got Resto Druid. Now this is an S tier and might even be in an S plus tier. The spec with Wild Stalker produces an immense amount of the symbiotic blooms from the hero talent, and the tier set bonus causes your clear casts with your free regrowths to proc additional symbiotic blooms onto your allies. When you pair this with a talent like Root Network, which increases your overall output, you have an amazingly potent combo to blast a freaking crazy amount of output to deal with heavy incoming damage that's not based around your cooldowns. You do, of course, have Convoke for either damage or for healing, or a little bit of both. That is extremely helpful in that 1 minute cooldown. Tranquility has now been buffed for 5-mans like all the other raid cooldowns, and that's a very legit healing CD available to you. But you also just consistently blast crazy amounts of output. If you're maintaining your life bloom, you're going to get a lot of clear casting procs onto your allies. You can pool them up to 2 times. And if you know there's a lot of incoming damage coming just around the corner, you can pool them up, wait for it, dump those regrowth casts, or start spreading symbiotic blooms, which also are a smart heal. So you're into encounters like in Floodgate, for example, where on Swamp Face the healer almost never takes damage, really, unless there's a stomp. And on the final boss, only 2 targets at a time are taking incoming dot damage. The symbiotic blooms will prefer the more injured targets, focus onto them, which makes your spot healing, your single target healing, triage healing incredibly, incredibly strong. Now, there are a lot of burst mechanics in dungeons like Dawnbreaker, Arakara, and many others, Priory included as well. And in those situations as well, you also can sustain really, really high output. And that's one of the biggest benefits, I think, for Druid at the moment, dealing with the incoming dungeon pool. There's a mix of burst AoE, and there is a lot of single target damage. There's only one dungeon with poison spells, and that's Arakara. Curses, I think they exist in like Dawnbreaker and maybe one other, but they're really not that big of a deal. They remove the curses from Halls of Atonement, and now they're just magic dispels. So what Druid really is going to be excelling at is, of course, yeah, bringing Mark of the Wild, bringing great things like Iron Bark for good defenses. But when it comes to the incoming healer challenges, they just deal with it better. I think that they just have an enormous amount of raw output that allows you to muscle heal through a lot of incoming problems. When it comes to compositional concerns, well, I've heard a lot of dooming from Boom Kings and everything, of course. And there's also been a need for Mark of the Wild in like higher echelon groups. Now this isn't as relevant really in your 10s and 12s, but I think your capability to muscle heal through a lot of problems when you're in pug groups is incredibly good. Your crowd control is very good with Typhoon, Disorienting Roar, Ursul's Vortex. You have a low interrupt kick, you have a de-enrage. There's not insane enrages, but it's always really helpful as there's a really strong amount of tank damage in the incoming patch. So especially when you're pugging, getting a couple enrages, getting a couple soothes out there is still incredibly helpful. So our Druid, I think, is even S plus tier at the moment. If they were going to have some synergy with some of the other up-and-coming DPS, I know Shadow's been doing really well lately on PTR. Either way, their capability, and they also do good damage. I didn't really talk about it too much at all because it's not the biggest factor, I think, that comes into play these days, because healer damage is much lower than we've had in prior expansions, but it is good. If you could sit there and start getting into cat form, take advantage of things like Call of the Elder Druid and Dream of Cenarius, where your damage converts into healing about every minute. That's also great for low to medium levels of damage coming out.
How did bones come
Back
from?
into people form and blast tons of healing. So Druid absolutely pipes, and I think it's going to be leading the charge as we get ourselves started with Season 3. Also, don't forget about Discrease, though. Not only is Oracle still strong, they did nerf the shields in PTR quite substantially, nerfing both Wheel and Woe and Preventative Measures, which is like a baseline shield increase. They got some pretty heavy hits onto those shields, but they still produce anywhere from like 20 to 50% of your health in a power word shield, which is still really, really strong, protecting you from a lot of one-shots. And they also do a fantastic job of really like flexibly healing through a lot of incoming damage. You have your Shadow Fiend, and you have, of course, your Insight charges, which give you cooldown reduction that you could spend on penance for damage or direct healing, or you can spend it on power word shield, depending on the situation you're in. But the tier set also gives you more Insight charges. And with that, you can piety and
just finishing this video that I'm gonna put music on.
Better cooldowns to
How's it going?
consistently heal through a lot of incoming pressure. And they've not only buffed things like Tranquility in 5-mans, but they've also buffed Luminous Barrier in 5-mans. Now, at the highest key levels, the best groups, they're gonna run regular Barrier because people will stand in it. But for a lot of you guys out there pugging, you already know that people are not standing in that consistently enough. And Luminous Barrier is pretty solid. It's a 3-minute cooldown, which is awful, but it does produce, I think it's similar healing in...
Okay, I just want to hear the rest of Shaman part.
Our final S-tier healer is Resto Shaman, and it's been enormously fun. Your incoming tier set bonus is going to be proccing an additional Ancestor when you cast your Ancestral Swiftness, which replaces Nature Swiftness. So on a 30-second cooldown, you will summon not only your regular Grandma, but then your tier set bonus spawns a Grandpa that does about 5% more healing and damage, something along those lines. Not only that, but you get an 8-second window where you do additional healing and damage and get your Lava Burst and your Riptide back more rapidly. What this allows you to do with a Farseer setup is it allows you to have an additional burst window outside of most of your big cooldowns. So
Nice.
you don't have to be as dependent on Ascendance just to do good healing.
That's really
If
big,
you have
actually.
Unleash on a 15-second
I remember that
cooldown,
being a problem.
spawns an Ancestor, and these Ancestors are replicating your spells if you're not familiar with Farseer. Then you have a 30-second cooldown on Ancestral Swiftness, which procs 2 of them. You merge those things together, you pop your Cloudburst Totem, which stores healing from your spells. I don't believe it does it from your Ancestors yet, though we've been asking. And then that allows you to have an incredibly powerful 8-second burst window, which juices up your Cloudburst Totem. And then when your Ancestors fade, they also put out Absorbs onto you and your allies, which decays pretty rapidly as well. This allows you to kind of shift from your Ancestors doing healing to your Cloudburst doing healing to some additional Absorbs to kind of keep everybody healthy. And with this, you have a very long period of time where you're building up Ancestors that do a crazy amount of additional output, both for single target and for AoE. Your mana efficiency is also very, very strong when you're playing as Farseer, because you don't have to worry about casting things like Surging Totem at all. And I'm really only casting Healing Rain for like Acid Rain value when I don't have any Ancestors. I don't even feel like I have to actually cast Healing Rain at all when I play as Farseer. But you really do have to make sure you're putting out lots of Riptides onto your allies to benefit from Deluge, which does increased healing onto your allies with those buffs from Riptide, and of course Ancestral Vigor, increasing their stamina. So Farseer is in an incredibly strong position both for healing, damage, mana efficiency, and Totemic isn't bad either. Totemic is, you know, the straightforward, easy mode version, and I think it's a little weaker than Farseer in like super sweaty keys. But if you just enjoy playing Shaman, want an easy time just to hang out with the bros and stuff and do well, Totemic's good too. There's a lot of emphasis on Downpour triggering additional buffs for either your Surge or your Chain Heal with the incoming tier set bonus. This is still pretty good, but unfortunately it also puts a lot of output into a stacked environment. So you will prefer environments where people are stacked. Really important thing is on dungeons like Dawnbreaker. Last I tested them on PTR, you were not actually triggering the downpours that you needed to. And the worst one was actually that you were not consuming the whirling motes from your surging. So there's a couple issues with it in that dungeon whenever you're on the boats. I hope that they get these fixed very, very soon, but Totemic isn't any sort of slouch. Additionally, the Mastery buff out of Sky Fury is incredibly helpful. There's going to be some comps with Shaman DPS, and I think those without. Ellie Shaman at the time of this video was getting buffs, and also not getting nerfed like other casters were, so that's always something to watch out for. If they can get the balance right, I think this could be really good for Restoration Shaman. And they also bring an absurd amount of crowd control. And all these dungeons have lots and lots of kicks. I also mentioned in the other specs so far, raid healing cooldowns got buffed, so you have things like Healing Tide Totem, which does very good output. And with the Spirit Walker's Tidal Totem, you get instant cast surges that also cost less, allowing Healing Tide to actually be a really legit cooldown to help you out along the way. Not only that, you got Slink, you got
so bad sometimes.
And if you're playing with Farseer,
Oh God.
when you get better at using your Cloudburst Totem, it does immense amounts of healing and really helps you always have something no matter what the situation is throwing at you. Farseer does absurd amounts of damage as well. If you just hit your Unleash, hit your Ancestral Swiftness, and mash Chain Lightnings, you're going to just start doing insane amounts of DPS, especially as a healer.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Next
If
up, we have
I
our
play.
Beans here, which are healers that I think can do pretty well, but in a bit more niche of scenarios. First off, we've got Holy Paladin. Now, they've been getting a decent...
Alright, don't care. No, we're doing something different. We're listening to a thunderstorm today. Maybe not. Oops. Okay. No, I didn't say I'm playing. To be honest, I messaged my brother who's not a WoW player. And I told him, long story short, back in, I don't remember what expansion, it's been a while. He never wanted to play WoW. He finally said he would play WoW. And the expansion, he started playing basically right as the season started. And I didn't want to fall behind for my guild. And I ended up playing more with the guild than with him. And then he just stopped playing, which was 8 years later or 10 years later, however long it's been, I still feel like shit because of that. Such a shitty thing to do. So to this day, I've wanted to I don't know, give him a better WoW experience. And this time I'm not playing with any guild, or I wouldn't be playing with any guild. And if we were to play, I would just be playing solo. But with him when he's on, and just hopefully give him a good WoW experience. That's basically it. But then he works normal hours. So if anything, I'd play after work with him for a bit. So that being said, I would still be playing RuneScape like I am now, and then I'd be weaving in some WoW here and there. That's basically it. I definitely would be going a lot more casual. Just the 4-set bonus on Shaman looks so good. We were always lacking cast speed because haste was our one of our worst stats. But I think as Farseer, Resto Shaman, you want haste plus the set bonus gives you a bunch of haste. It looks pretty cool. Just seems to be remedying all the problems it had at the start of the expansion. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Enough of that. What are you up to in RuneScape today? Finishing Sire task. That's the one thing I remember about Sire task. They used to take forever. You'd have that task and you'd be on it for a long time. It's like Hydra. Yeah, I should be good to do Yama tonight. What time were you thinking? Okay, I'll have to confirm a few things. Cause I probably gotta go grocery shopping at some point with my wife. I think it is Tuesday tonight, right? And I don't know if Baldur's Gate's happening with the other guys. Yeah, we'll see. So you're thinking more in the evening. I was thinking more like right after work. So I'll let you know throughout the day. You know, at the very worst, I could probably fit in like an hour of Yama. Cool. Hope I can finish this throughout the day today. Wrap up Moons. I'll be happy if I finish this today. 3 more drops. It's doable. Get a lucky double chest drop and then another single drop. That'd be cool. And on the rare chance that my brother does want to play WoW, there's maybe a bit of that happening tonight too. So we'll see. We shall see. I personally want to do Yama, so. Yeah, that method looked pretty simple. The only thing I'm not 100% sure is like those little, when you have those little 3 falling fireballs and you have to like move vertically or horizontally. I think I just need to feel the timing for it. But if I'm casting that one spell that reduces demonic damage taken, Ward of Arceus, I think you recommended, it should be easier to learn. Some big damage here. Okay. Oh, okay, killed it before even having to switch to the Crystal Heli. My wife needs an hour of my time after work for chores and moving stuff, etc. This fireball's a kind of like a rhythm game. Once you get the timing down, it turns to a dance. Once you get the timing, you can weave spellcasting into it. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'll pick up on it. The whole fight didn't seem that bad. It almost feels like a casino song. Do 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 do. Really? Okay. Let's go. Oh, I had my prayer on this whole time. Whoops. That's fine. Oh, perfect timing, actually. Just min-maxing. Skipping the ball phase. Easy. I want to play some different music. The Freedom beat Wind Waker yesterday. That's pretty cool. He like any percented it. So there's still a lot of shit he could collect, but I think he's done because he's playing WoW. He wanted to finish it before today. Yeah, it's first day back at the gym yesterday, and I just did lightweight, like full body workout. Just one set of everything, lightweight. I might do one more day of that tomorrow. Maybe even today. We'll see what I decide to do. If I didn't go heavy, I could go again today. Whew. But that was nice. Felt good being back. Oh, he just healed big time right as he was about to die. Whatever, we got him. I need to make a few potions. See if I got anything good here. Nothing. So nice resupplying here, so fast. I wonder how much prayer XP I'm going to be getting from getting all these wines, or these bone shards. It should be a decent chunk of prayer. Bot. Unlucky. Unlucky bot follow. But just in case you're a real boy. Thanks for the follow. But anytime it's a girl name, most likely a bot. No, I'm not a bot. Uh-oh. Shit. Well, what's up? Wait, are you selling graphic design services? That's the next question. I'm not interested. And if you're not a legitimate viewer, welcome to the stream. Hello. Just often people with similar names to you will join the stream, and they'll be bots or offering graphic design services. So it's just a reflex to call out people for being a bot, but if you're not, welcome. What's up? I feel like a lot of people here because it feels like it's, I don't know, choppy. I'm pretty decent. Yep, same here. Getting hungry? Gonna have to go make breakfast. Here, to confirm if you're a bot or not, what's your favorite breakfast? Henna Julia, what's your favorite breakfast? This is the real question. If you can answer this, I'll be a little less suspicious. Coffee and bread? Okay. Hey, last CAPTCHA question for you. How many fingers am I holding up right now? I'll do it again. How many fingers? How many fingers? Bot confirmed. I broke the bot. Easy. Unlucky. Can't go wrong with coffee and bread for breakfast. That cracks me up. Not coffee and toast, but just coffee and bread. Makes sense to me? Anybody else love coffee and bread? There's an inside joke with one of my buddies, and long story short, I went to visit him like at the end of it didn't matter, we were kids. His parents hadn't grocery shopped, so they had like no snacks or basically nothing good to eat. My buddy's like, just, I don't know, go look through the fridge, the pantry, whatever you want, just if there's anything, have at it. I was like, okay. And he had white bread, which we never had white bread in our house growing up. And he had mayo, which, again, my mom doesn't like mayo, so my mom never bought mayo. I was like, ooh, okay, white bread and mayo, I'm gonna have that. So that was my snack, white bread and mayo. And he's like, what the fuck are you eating, dude? I was like, bread and mayo. And he found that hilarious. And then his mom felt bad that I was eating bread and mayo. I was like, no, dude, this is like, I'm happy eating this because I don't have this at home. And yeah, that's the bread and mayo story. It's always the joke between us. It's like, oh, what do you want to eat? I'm like, bread and mayo. I'm a simple man. I love me some bread and mayo. And then this past, or whatever it was, when I just went to that Airbnb with a group of my friends, funny enough, we forgot to buy butter. So the substitute for butter, like to cook eggs or to, you know, butter your toast, we had mayo. So we were unironically eating bread and mayo, or cooking with mayo. So that was a thing. It came up organically, which was funny. So any bread and mayo enjoyers? Oh, that was Shirley. Yeah, you need a big spec here. Big spec to push. Hey, another chest opening. I feel like I'm getting through these chests pretty quickly. Alright, next chest we're getting an item. It's been a while. I'm feeling it. Can't deny I've been extremely lucky with drops here. The fact that I started this not yesterday, but the night before that, but I only did it for like 2 hours the day before. And then yesterday I did a good amount, but I'm at 10 of 13 on drops. Pretty nuts. Let me try to min-max this or not, so we can do other stuff on stream. Once we're done this, we gotta go through the to-do list and figure out what's next to do, as you do with the to-do list, right? Always nulling my spec. I hate it. Whatever, at least Wacom-O's pretty quick. Oh, this is Super Smash Brawl remix. Interesting. GG, does that mean Nintendo's gonna take down my stream? Okay. Ooh, can I beat the wind phase? Gonna have to hit like a truck here. Hey, good hit. Can't miss ticks. Oh baby, we did it. Hell yeah, that was clean. Buddy, cook the last lizard. There we go. This is a good time to join here as well. Nope. No, making that one. That's okay. Nice. Ba-boom, boom, ba-boom. Alright, last time I said I was going to get something on this one. Nope. I don't know if that's 5 or 6 runs I've done today so far. I don't think we're skipping the ball attack, unfortunately. Shit, that's not happening. Oh well, we're balling. Oop, overshot that one. Never punished. So yeah, 3 items to go. And then after that, we're going to go through the old to-do list, see what's next. I could try to go back and finish off Temporus. There's 2 more things to green log. I don't know if I want to do that though. Like, I don't need a tome of water, I don't need the tackle box, but it's something that was on my to-do list for a long time. And I just got all the spirit anglers, didn't get lucky with those drops though. I guess we're doing the weapon phase. Hey. Brother just sent me something. Jesus. Oh no. Alright, keep going. Alright. Where we at? Bum, 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 bum. Let's see, is my stream any issues? No, nothing with copyright yet, which is good. This is possible to push. Nope. Oh, these hits were terrible. Unlucky. I gotta do whole Jaguar face. It caps out at 90 HP. I'm not healing anymore. Weird. Or I'm hitting too low. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. Nothing. Guacamole? Oh hell yeah, let's see if I can do a full... Can I kill him here? T9s are good. So far so good. Yeah, doable. Hell yeah. Macchiato time. Well, I'm happy that I ended up doing this grind, because now I have better gear for Huey, and I can do that master clue step. That's always a good time. I need to check all the master clue steps to see like which one can't I do now. There's still a few that I can't do, but like the Black Dragon Mask, that's just a hard clue that I'll get at some point, I guess. And I think my to-do list, I really want to put like everything on it. And instead of a notepad, I might move it into a Google Doc just so I can like have checkboxes next to them. It's more satisfying. Or not Google Doc, Google... Okay, it could be Google Doc, but... I meant, Google Sheet. Alright, we're gonna AFK for this part. There you go, go. So the timing here, if you guys aren't sure, as soon as the circle fills out the square, you click back. That's already over, but I think the only difficult thing I find when you're first starting, I can catch some more salamanders as well. After this. Throw a Void Waker spec. Into one of these, into one of these. Tiny hits, oh well. Now for rain, you can just basically stand next to your tile. You can even stand on it, it doesn't matter. Oftentimes, rain doesn't even spawn under you. I think I only have to move twice though. Not gonna bother with the Thrall, because this boss is almost dead. Nice. Alrighty, let's go see if we got lucky. Big drops, little drops. Little tiny drops, but that's okay. Okay, I'll catch some more salamanders. So you could run all the way down here to this cave, but it's so much more efficient. If you still have food left over, do the first boss. And then after this first boss, there's a better spot to catch salamanders. So here we go in Whack-A-Mole. Nice. Typically I get 100 to 0 in Whack-A-Mole phase. Big damage. Right here. Check this for inventory, because I needed it. Quickly click all these, click that, rustle the bush. And I'm not going to bother picking them up. I'm just going to do this. I can do this. I'll click this. Like that, by the time I get up here, this last one should be caught. There we go. And that's all there is to it, to get more food. Easy. Back over here, dual macchiato equipped. Gonna yank my weapon. Summon my thrall. Thrall's gonna push it. Just kidding, it's not. Ooh, I took 10. I was unlucky. Drop and do some push-ups. Move over here, spam click the boss, and chill out. Not gonna bother with this phase. I'll summon a Thrall even though I don't really need it. But honestly, I might need it. Sometimes you get unlucky with hits. Or you hit a 57, which is super nice. I'm sitting on full spec, which isn't great, but I don't always like specking this. But Nagua. I like specking this guy here. Right here, summoned by Thrall. Get hit. Okay, we're definitely getting Jaguars. I'm still gonna throw a spec. If I hit, I could have one-phased that, but it happens. Quick and easy. There's no way this fly is still down here. How is he still alive? It's been like 5 days. I can't get this fly to leave my basement. Like there's no food for him down here. There we go, 100 chest count. 10 items and 100 chests. I don't know if the quest chests are counted towards that KC, but regardless. Perfect timing. Actually, no, I guess perfect timing would be like entering the clone phase. Let me double check if the monster's HP percentages are working for these guys. Blue Moon? Did not. Maybe during these phases it doesn't work. Hey, wait a minute. Blue Moon, why is it not working? Blue Moon. Yeah, that's weird. That's strange. I feel like it was working before. Forgot to cook more food. Oh well. If I can live through this and the next one, be more efficient than backtracking. Damn, he's healing a bunch. I'm not hitting. Really? Unlucky. He healed so much on that one. Oh well. All good. Just gotta cook the food though. Oh wait, I spawned right here. That's right. What am I talking about? Easy. Hey, can we get our first drop for today? Nope, nothing yet. Like, you should get at least 2 attacks worth of leeway. Yeah, whoops, wrong button. Decent pokes. More decent pokes. Whoop. I should be able to skip the Jaguar phase. I have a Crystal Highly spec coming up. Might not even need it. Yep, nice. Alright, can we get our first item for today? Let's find out. Nope. Man, I gotta have so many things to make after this. The whatever it's called. With the water orbs, battle saves. Yeah, after this run, I'm just gonna go make some eggs real quick. Eggs and toast, and then I'll be back. What is this? Divine Super Defense. Wait, that's showing up because of this? Weird. Pretty interesting remix. I like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was almost a push. Crazy. Oop. You know, I'm gonna summon a throw just in case. Sometimes you just don't hit. I don't want another phase. Good. That's a weird drop. Where do these bones come from? Like, whose bones am I picking up? Alrighty. Quick pause.
Do you sense that?
Gotta watch a quick video.
We've all heard it, old friend. The voice of our greatest fear.
Demencius is rising, Denari. And should he assume his full power,
He will devour all that exists. We are in danger. What is Zalatath planning?
Windrunner, there are greater threats than Zalatath.
decent. Okay. Hey, making eggs quickly. I'll be right back. Let's make some breakfast and then more of this. Ugh.
Change the future, you know. That's what you remind me.
Back. Ooh.
Oh no, sorry, you're
Really?
Watch my life pass me by, knowing where I belong in the web of love and lies. As you string me along, and I can't breathe, I can't see. I'm losing sight of everything. I feel the walls closing in, closing in. Am I falling apart? Oh, I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. Think I'm falling apart. Oh, I just wanna be free, free, free.
I could have waited for this to be done. Big hits. Small Void Wicker. Unlucky.
Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong.
Damn. We'll have to do rain.
As you string me along, and I can't breathe, I can't see.
It's close.
Losing sight of everything. I feel the walls closing in, closing
I can't get over this fly. How it's still here. It has the audacity of landing on my hand, on my mouse. Like, god damn it, dude. Driving me nuts. Nice, good pace. Anybody watching has questions on how, like, to do moons? I don't mind explaining the whole thing. It's pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of little things you need to do properly. You know, I'm just gonna do tornadoes. I don't want him to heal too much. So there's like a blanket on my chair and I rolled over it. I'm trying to get it out while doing this. It's not working. There we go. Back from work. How's Moon's been? Nothing. It's been alright, I guess. Or I guess I should say bad. Because I haven't got anything. So chasing 3 drops. So how's this? Oh. Phone call. Hold up. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry, long phone call. Yeah, it was kind of funny. Got the chest piece. I thought I got a new item, and then I saw no collection log. So, unfortunately, I pulled from one of the bosses that I've already completed. Unlucky, and then yeah, didn't get the roll, but the extra dialogue was kind of funny. So yeah, 3 pieces to go still here. Wait, how's my curse at 70? That can't be accurate. That can't be accurate. What? There we go. Well, admittedly, I am getting tired of doing moons. I do kind of want to get a drop, though, before I take a break from this. I mean, technically, I did get a drop. Unfortunately, it's from the wrong boss. I think what I'm going to do when I get another drop, then I'll go do the Master Clue that I can now do because I have the full Blue Moon set. And that might lead to something, and then maybe I'll come back here, whatever. Whoa, what did I just do? Whoop. There we go. I just forget to cook my lizards. It's raining. Holy, I killed it. I was sick. The 113. Freaking huge. Alrighty, was this paid on time? Nope. But not till later. That seems accurate. I-11. Right, I remember doing that. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Here we go. It's orb first. Unlucky. Really? $14, brother. All right, here we go again. Yeah, it is a nice fox. I agree. I was staring at it. It's a cool pet. Oh boy. You start having too many tabs open. There are too many windows open, I mean. There we go. Fixed. Anything good? Nope. Okay. It'd be funny if that was my fox. And I didn't notice. Although there's no way I could have gotten that. Like somehow killing these bosses gave me a fox. Oh, we'll do Tornado. Should I think that was not worth it. The boss still heals when you're trying to deactivate the braziers. Yeah, this needs to hit big. Oh my god. Trash. I need more supplies. What? Does charging count? Weird. Weird. Alright, let's make more potions. I'll get rid of this guy. How do you save update file? Whack-a-mole. Alright, man, thanks. Yeah, if we get loot on Yama, like you said, if you can buy those boots, that'd be sick. So I was reading your messages, I just, was on the phone, it's hard to reply. Whoops. Damn, should have tried speccing. Too soon. Oops. Man, it's just 3 items to go. Ooh, immediately into Whack-A-Mole. Let's see if I can one phase this. So far, not looking promising because my character likes hitting 5s apparently. Okay, that was good. I'll throw just in case. Okay, if I get the ball, I'm gonna be real pissed. Thank God. Tornado just ended, that's nice. Checking to see if there was a crush option on the Crystal Holly, but nope, there was not. Tuk tuk tuk. What? Interesting. Nice, it's desynced. Cool. Very cool. So cool. Good. Alrighty, can we get lucky? 3 items to go. Oh, that was a terrible one. Actually, the bone shards are probably pretty good. Can't complain. We're getting orb. Yeah. This is very doable. Expect a clean. Alright, anything good? No. Nothing good. Oh, we whack-a-moleing. Can it be done? Eh. Oh boy, boy, oh boy. Nope. Buddy, stop healing. Buddy! He's 75. That was huge. Very clean. Nothing. No, 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 no. How did I know it was gonna be east? That's weird. I like mouse over there. Or kind of just fully confident it was gonna spawn east. Strange. Super strange. No. Okay, let's go. Hey. Yeah, this does sound like Pokemon Snap. Okay, should be good. Hey, big loot here, and we'll be happy and go on with our day. Hey, that's what I wanted to see, baby. Finally. Oh wait, I can't even do the. I'm an idiot. I can't even do the blue moon thing, the master clue. That's one of the pieces I'm missing. All right, well, 2 pieces to go. It's huge. Ba 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 ba. The Elemental Shaman, you want Mastery Haste. Crit and haste. You want crit, really? I mean, that makes sense because of our force set, I think. Oh, you don't get speed for that. Oh, very nice. So I was doing some work stuff on the side. But yeah, the log is pretty happy getting that. There's 2 more to go. Gotta try calling the wife.
To voicemail. The person you're
Beep, 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 beep. That was close. 43 HP off. Wait, should I just be killing 2 bosses now? Is that more worthwhile? Actually, no. I guess not. Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be better to kill just 1 or 2 bosses. Blah, 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 blah. Shit, Tearly. Yep. It was Zelda music. Uh-oh. I could die here. Ooh, a fat 112. Love to see it. Hey, can we get the back-to-back? Well, let's find out. No back-to-back. Hi, Freya. Hi. Alright, I can take the dog out and go to the gym. I'll continue this later. Adios.